Hey everybody, Julie Murphy here, and I've spent over the last 25 plus years being a financial planner, and I am here to help you get to a life that you absolutely love because we either work things out or we act it out through our money, through our health, or through our relationships. So, I am going to share with you today how we really get you to follow your intuition and your heart when you're in that head of yours. You're in that noodle that's creating all the challenges that surrounds anything financially that you've got going on. So, don't forget, please do me a favor. Can you hit that subscribe button, like, and notification bell? And can you please share this with people? Because we have a lot of people who are stuck in a life that they don't absolutely love, and they're not moving because they're financially stuck and they're not sure how to get out. So we can help unstick the stickiness, if you will. All right. So today I am going to run you guys through an exercise that I use when my clients are totally stuck in their noodles. They're stuck in their head. So how many of you guys tell me, can you put in the comments what is it that you feel when you have your surrounding your money situations? What do you feel when you think about your money? Do you have anxiety? Do you have frustration? Do you have anger? Do you go in your head? See, here's the challenge. We have phenomenal education system. We've developed our brains, human beings, we've developed our brains for better, for worse. We've got these noodles. And trust me, I'm highly educated. I have more letters after my name than alpha. I think it's like alphabet soup. But what I want to tell you today is the fact that we need to get you out of your head, and it's time for us to get into our hearts. And I realized this when I was doing some work with my buddy Aaron Dowdy. I actually just did his 21-day magnetic abundance challenge, and he brought me on as one of his experts throughout it. And Aaron, thank you for that, because that was so fun. I came to realize one of the things I need to bring to you guys on my YouTube channel is a little bit more of experiential stuff. Why? Because you're not fiscally moving, because you don't know how to get out of your head and into your heart. I had this brave soul who came online who he told us about, like, he was telling us all about how he wanted to do this business and he had all these other things fall apart in his life. Anyone have anything fall apart in their lives over the last few years with pandemic and economic recession and, all kinds of things? There always seems to be a ball dropping. But what I came to realize is that when it comes to finance, we really have a tough time getting out of our minds, these smart minds that we have. And so how do we do that? So I'm going to run you through an exercise that came up during it. So if you could do me a favor, if you're trying to debate what to do with something in your life, whether it's financially, personally, through a relationship, what I want to do is I want to try to help you build that that heart muscle. So meaning, like, we're making all these decisions in our life from our heads. And I wrote in my first book, The Emotion Behind Money. If you guys can see this is the workbook that goes along with it, which you can get on Amazon. We can put the links below. But building your wealth from the inside out. So what does that mean? What does it mean to actually build your wealth from the inside out? Well, what it means is that you have to filter everything through your heart, which is so esoteric for so many of you, right? Like, you're kind of going, okay, yeah. And then people they'll start in their heart. I'll drop them into their hearts. And then all of a sudden they go back to telling me all the reasons why. And then you get in your anxiety, and then you get in your frustration, all those emotions. Please put those emotions down in the comments, because I want you to get it out of your body, even if you're talking about it on my comments below, right? I want you to type them out. Type them out, because I need you to get them out of your body. Not only verbally, but we'll get to feeling your feelings. I have other videos on trying to help you feel your feelings to get past some of these things. But so when I was doing Aaron's 21-day abundance challenge with him the other day, I came to realize that we have to follow intuition. So can you do me a favor? Can you grab a piece of paper? This is what I want you to do. So I want you to take this piece of paper, and I want this to be fairly simple. If you're trying to make a decision in your life, take this piece of paper, and let's just say you have 4 choices. Okay? 4 choices. And I'm going to run you through this exercise. And I know you guys are going to give me a hard time about this one. You're going to be like, how can I make a financial decision from a piece of paper? Can you just trust me? I'm trying to tune into your body intelligence because you're so stuck in your noodle that you're not actually trusting what your own knowing and your own body is actually trying to tell you what it's all about. Okay. So what you do is you actually then write those 4 decisions on the piece of paper. So I'm going to just put, one decision. So take a little bit of time and write all 4 of them out. Okay. When you write all 4 of them out, and I'm going to give you an example. So let's just say I have a decision of, so in my world, it's like, do I move to the suburbs and private school for my kids? Do I do the suburbs and have public school for my kids? This is something that's actually going on real in my life right now. Or I stay in the city and I do private school, or I do the city and do public school. Now, some of you might be like, Jewel, I think that's pretty easy to work out. But, I tell you, when I'm stuck in my head and I'm trying to reason it out, what happens is I actually get jammed up with my emotion side of trying to then work this out with my ex-husband because we're not on the same page on everything with kids, which is okay. It's totally okay. So I'm sure you have a disconnect with your boss and how much they think that they should pay you, and how much you think you deserve to be paid, right? That could be a financial conflict that you're having right now that you don't need to make a decision on. So as I'm talking, notice I'm taking the pieces of paper and I want you to fold them up to where you don't see what you wrote in each one. And don't BS yourself and fold them differently so that you can kind of see, like a poker game when you folded the tip of the corner of the card. This is how we distract ourselves and actually stop. And on each one of these, I want you to number them. So if you had 4, 1, 2, 3, say I'm just putting like a number 3 and then number 4. Okay, so you number them. And okay, I'm going to turn this one over. So I have all 4 of them, right? I have 4 of these decisions. I don't know which one's which. I just know this is a decision that I need to make in my world. And I'm getting jammed up in my noodle going, oh, well, my divorce decree says this. And I'm having conversations with my ex and it's about this. And then my kids' desires are this. And it's like, set the intention. What is the highest and best for you as an individual? And maybe the highest and best for your kids and for your spouse or whoever it is, right? Like, what is your intention? And then what you do is this is how I get you into feeling your feelings, because here's the challenge. You're not feeling your feelings when it comes to your finances, which is why you have the financial reality that you currently have, because you're not feeling your feelings behind it. And so I'm trying to get you into, how do I feel your feelings into what you want to create versus what you've already created? Because you already know what you've created in your life. So, and you probably want to create something different at this juncture. And again, this is not good or bad. You could be a trust fund baby and have millions, and you could also be paycheck to paycheck. This works for everybody along the boat because most of us are not following our financial intuition. Okay. And so when we get here, I want you to now take number 1. We don't know what number 1 was. I need you to put it in your hand. And then on a piece of paper, take a pen and a piece of paper. Number 1, I want you to just, okay, a way you drop into your heart is to take some deep breaths. So can you close your eyes? And I want you to take a couple deep breaths. Okay, deep breath in. Come on, get out of those heads and get into your heart. Deep breath in. Then blow it out. I need to do one more because every time we do this, do it in 3s because then you really drop into your heart. Ready? Breathe in and then breathe out. All right. Can you feel how you're a little bit more grounded there? All right. You're probably a little bit more grounded. I can even tell my voice is a little bit more grounded for you. Now I want you to feel the feelings that you feel from this piece of paper. Okay. So I'm going to walk through this with you because you're going to think that this is crazy. So I'm going to walk through a real life thing that I have yet to do in my own situation so that I can teach you how this is done. Ready? So what do I feel from number 1? Oh, I feel like my stomach's about to throw up. Oh, I'm getting my voice is you can even tell my voice is like starting to scratchy. So it's my voice is scratchy. What else do I feel from this one? And this is keep it in your hands. And you may be going in your head, so take a deep breath in and blow it out. What else do you feel from your number one? Tell me, what do you feel? I feel like I'm going to anxiety. Okay, now your adjectives may be completely different. All right, so that's number one. And you may need to spend more time. I'm not going to spend a ton of time in the video. I'm going to tune in, and it may take you longer to tune in than me because I've been, the first time I learned how to do this was 10 years ago to follow my intuition and my heart versus my head because I was a little thick headed. It took me a little bit longer. Okay, so take number two. All right, number two. Take your number two. And then I want you to feel what this feels. Woo! I just got chills up my spine. This is your body intelligence. What else do you feel? Breathe. I feel pain over my right eye. That's the masculine side of your body. My belly feels full. Okay. There's got to be one more. There's one more. Follow your intuition. If you know there's one more, then tune back in. You need to just go a little bit deeper. Breathe in. What's there on your number two? My palms are getting sweaty. All right. I'm going to go to number three. Ready? Number three. Okay. Tune in. What do I feel from number three? Get it in that palm of your hand. You want to get in the palm of your hand, and you may have to use both hands. But I want you to feel into what you feel with number three. I am starting to feel flow in my entire body. So I can feel like things opening up. So I feel it's opening up. What else do you feel under your number three? I can even feel my voice opening up. Like, all right. I think that's enough for me. Now let's go. And you might have to take longer. So please honor that in yourself and take a little bit longer because if you've not done this before, it actually can take you longer to tune in to where you may have to like just feel your way into number one and number two and number three. But the key is write down what feelings you get because when you then look at it, you're going to know. And every time I've done this with a client, you're going to know which is the right option from you because your intuition's telling it to you. And this is how we got your brain out of it because you're trusting what you're writing on the piece of paper. So number four. What do you feel on your number four? I feel blank and I'm in neutral. Okay. So now here's the trick. So when I look at things, when I look at what I wrote down in numbers 1, 2, 3, and 4, number 1, when I felt like I was going to throw up, don't think that one's it. Like this is just me following my intuition. Now, reading down the list, I wrote down the list of all the things that I felt in each one of those. Number 4 being blanket and neutral. I didn't have much. Chills up the spine, pain in my right eye. So I don't think number 2 is it. I don't know if I can't see it. Flow opening up. So let's see. This would not surprise me as to which ones I got here. So my number 1 is the suburbs at a public school. Makes me feel like I want to throw up. That's interesting. Now I've got number 2. This is suburbs at a private school. And that was the one giving me chills up my spine. My belly feels like it's full. My palms are sweaty, so I was nervous about it. Number 3 is the city, going to the city and public schools. And then, so number 4, blanket and neutral, is the city and private schools. So here's how I interpret all this in terms of like me and my world. So when you follow your intuition, and certainly sometimes this takes longer if you tune into your intuition, and I'm also taping a video while I'm doing it. So I know I need to spend more time on this. But when I was getting chills up my spine and it was activating things in my body, that actually is what feels the best to me on some level. And that's like suburbs going to a private school feels better to me through my heart space than like blank and feeling neutral city in the going to private school in the city. That is actually where my kids are currently. So it's like any financial decision that you are looking to make, or I want you to try to do an exercise like this because it actually allows you to tune into your intuition and see what your body intelligence is trying to tell you to give you insights as to the next step. I've run through this with people when they're trying to decide between 2 homes. I've had people decide this in terms of do we move or not move, or where do we move? It's all about getting into your body. And this is just a tool to actually help you try to get more into what your heart really wants before you evaluate it all through your brain, because that's where we get jammed up. Now, hope that was helpful. And don't forget, hit that like button, subscribe, and please share this because it's time to give people tools that are a little outside of the box to actually help them get to a life that they absolutely love. And hit that notification bell so the next time I'm on here with some tips and tools or sharing with somebody else their experience of how they've gotten to where it is that they've trusted their heart and their soul, and then all the money shows up. This is where we do it. So we are here to help you. So thanks, everybody, and we'll talk to you soon. Bye. Okay, you guys ready?